Hello Tubesters, it's Gav and welcome to another one of my videos. Again we're looking at this Hot Wheels custom, or customising a Hot Wheels, which is obviously the VW Beetle. Well and truly chopped now. It took a while and several broken blades, but I got there. As you can see, nothing's straight. That's just going to have to come with practice, I reckon. There's going to be a lot of rectification. I'm going to have to give this a third strip of paint stripper. Unfortunately, here in the UK, when we were still in the EU decided they wanted to stop certain chemicals being used in paint stripper, which then really made it not paint stripper. I see the guys in the Far East who I get a lot of inspiration from with their die-cast customisations, and part of their thing is they put it on and you the viewer can watch it all bubble up in seconds, and it used to do that doing general DIY around the house for us, but now you get these products that I've literally had to have this not soaking but painted all over twice and left it overnight rather than just a couple of seconds later, and even as you can still see, it's still all in the nooks and crannies, so that's going to have another third application on. I've given it a rough polish just to see where the ding, with one of the rotary reels, just to see where the dings are in the, which some are made by me, others are just either in the die when it was original. I mean, these are really old castings probably, but where the die's left some, you get somewhere I've probably clouted it with something. You say nothing's straight, it's going to all have to be, which I was going to put a frame around it anyway, around the doors and everything with plasticard and filler. I've sent off for some epoxy resin glue, the two-part stuff. Might mix that with some talcum powder again and get a thicker consistency rather than just with the super glue. I'm going to widen the wheel arches. I still haven't decided yet. You see they're still attached here. I've got to file this down, take these off. Roughly this type of size wheel. I could just buy some, I may do still, but even at £5 it's still £5 I've got to spend on something that I'm trying to keep the cost down on. So I'm still debating that yet. I might make some rubber tyres out of some reticulation, hose for feeding hanging baskets and stuff like that. I watched a video where if you pop that, once you've cut your section of tyre out, or it will become a tyre, put in some warm water and it'll heat and expand and contract and all the rest of it. The only thing is it'll give you just slicks, unless you can find a way of cutting out the tread. But yeah, so and these were supposed to be lights in the original car. They'll be chopped off. There's no point in putting that on there because it will fall straight through, I think. But that took must take me about 2 hours last night to cut round. Again, somebody with a lot more experience to do it quicker. Now what I want to get out is, you can see it on all the painted examples, and when I've seen other ones on eBay and stuff, you've got this here where they've obviously they put card up to it or something when they originally made this piece as a model, I would imagine, and I want to sand that round if I can rather than have this straight line there. I'll say the doors were absolute debacle, as you can see, but it's not the easiest to learn on, I wouldn't think. It would help if you got them around the right side again. I did one slightly better than the other, but I'm going to reinforce all that. I've got some syringe needles coming, and no, these are syringes that you use for squirting glue in and stuff, but they make, according to again YouTube, they make great door hinges, and you can use them for your axle, run your axles through as well. So I'm a bit stuck at the moment because I really have to nail these wheels down, what I'm going to do, because I need to get the sizes, and that I'm probably going to have to put the grinder in again and grind out some more here. People just paint over the lights and stuff, and I don't want to do that, so I'm going to see if I can drop some either epoxy or something in there, try and get them to look like lenses. But it's a lovely little project. I'm really enjoying it. You've really got tight margins, as you can see, some tighter than others, but even that needs filing down still to clear things up. Let's say we're going to make our firewall at the back there. I'm going to put obviously because I've ripped everything out, the tub is no good to me, because obviously it'll sit in there and you'll just see it as a tub because the doors can open, so it will open. So I'm going to cut this off and make more or less all my own interior. I might save the seats. I could print off some seats, but again, for this first one I'm trying to make it as much scratch built as I can. I'll probably get rid of the rear seat and may have like a fuel tank sat in the back. I'm going to have a simplified roll cage, just have the roll bar at the top with the braces going down the back. I want to make it like a sort of like a street machine type thing, where somebody's just done what they wanted to do with it, you know, just to go cruising around and getting all the attention. And I'll have a whale tails going on the back there. I fancied one of them 80s style whale tails on the back, but I also wanted I don't know what they call them, but the ones that go on the bottom slightly and at the front. And I may have one when I've increased the wheel arches. I might have a slight one come running into there as well. I'm not sure yet. Stick her on some plastic card. Well, probably card to begin with, and see how she looks. So yeah, that's it. That's as far as she's got. There's a lot of work. That's the frustrating part, is just cutting everything out, because obviously you've got. I've probably only broke three blades, because you're using obviously like a jeweler's saw or a coping saw, whatever it is. I broke probably about 3 blades, but it's getting it to run without jamming, and because you're obviously trying to move the angles as you're moving the car around, and that's a lot to learn. And I'll obviously make a complete wheel bay, well, not wheel bay, I mean normally they carry the spare in there, don't they, but I'll tart up the inside of that as well. So it should hopefully not make a nice little custom when it's done. It'll be shabby because I've done it. I'm only learning, but yeah, it's we'll get rid of all these as well. You know, all the little dings. Where was it on the other side that I managed to cut in? Doing such a good job that side, I hadn't realised I was beginning to cut this side as well. So all that's got to be sorted, but that'll probably be done with the filler anyway. So yeah, I must nail these wheels pretty sharpish really, because until I've decided what I'm going to do. Whether I buy some, whether I put some pipe around them to make a false wheel, and then on top of that probably have to use heat shrink to form the tyre, because it'd probably be a bit big, or I may just say use these tyres. Well, it'll have rubber tyres or heat shrink, I think. I'm just undecided yet what I'm going to do. But that needs to be sorted pretty quick, because as I say, I need to get the axles back in place so I can build, you know, the interior from like the ground up really. So thanks for stopping by and taking a look. I've got that around the wrong way, so we won't have smaller rims at the front soon. It'll just be all the same size. This will carry on. I've been painting last night. I was painting away and getting my 28mm War of the Spanish Succession a bit closer to finishing. Also the Bavarians. I've almost finished another 5 of those, because I've included the drummer. I've got another probably 6. I'm not sure if it's 6 to go, something like that. And then that's the Bavarians will be ready for basing at last. But I'll give you a show and tell on them a bit. Once I've got this drummer and everything painted, I'll get the Bavarians that I've done so far. We'll have a look at those, and we'll also look at the War of the Spanish Succession French. Probably give you a 1 in 24 scale model update as well later on in the week. And I also need to get the Filar miniatures appreciation build. the second Napoleonic figure. He's all painted. He's just waiting for me to finish the base as always. So yeah, there's bits and pieces coming up. Might do a couple of unboxings that I've got as well, but we'll see. So yeah, that was enjoyable. 2 hours of your life, Gav, you'll never get back again. Cutting those out. I'll enjoy it a lot more when I can start getting them straight. When I'm not going to have to do so much rectification work to make it all blend in properly. But on this one, it's all a learning curve. So thanks for stopping by and taking a look, and we'll catch each other very soon on another video.